to order on December the 8th, 2021, 4 o'clock. Public comment? No public comment, no visitors. So I need to have a motion for the approval of the minutes. Are there any corrections?
Can we have, sorry, can we go ahead and have the commissioners identify themselves that are in the room?
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Commissioner Ray Newman.
Virginia Lester.
Chief Shields.
Thank you.
We don't have Linda. Is she on the call?
She's on Zoom.
Oh, there she is. Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. I didn't recognize you. Pardon me. Okay.
Patty is unavailable to make it today, so I'll be giving Patty's report.
Okay. We have election of officers. Is that this meeting or next meeting? I thought it was next meeting.
This meeting.
Oh, it's this meeting.
I'm
Okay.
just doing this.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll do it this meeting. I guess we'll open it to suggestion for, I guess it's just a chair.
Yeah, I nominate Virginia Lester to continue as chair.
Oh, well, okay, all right. I will continue, thank you. So, Chief, are you ready for the financial report?
Yes, I am. So I'll be sharing the screen at this point. Can everybody see this screen?
No, but
Well, we have
a copy.
documents, yes.
Okay, Linda, can you see this? Pat, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so financial report for December 8th, 2021. Whatcom County Fire District number 5. December warrants total $23,191.05. The total for payroll is $16,470, including Chief Carlton's salary of $5,541.67, and Assistant Chief Shields pay of $3,175.83. There was one event for the commissioners and the board secretary. The total payout for volunteers, warrants included, is $10,034. The November financial statement has been handed out for review. I'm requesting the board's approval of the warrants and payroll for December as presented. Respectively, Patty Markell, Finance Manager.
thank you. May I have a motion?
Make a motion we accept the payroll as presented.
I second.
Okay, been moved and seconded that we have, we paid the warrants of $23,191.05 and $16,400.70 as the payroll. Is there any objection? No? Okay, it's taken care of.
So to report on the budget remaining, as of 11/30/21, there is 19%, 19.12% of the budget remaining compared to 24.25% in 2020 at this time. As everyone knows, this is the last meeting for payables in 2021. So payroll at this point will be going into 2022. And that's the way our fiscal year runs. So at this point, we have 19.12% remaining after everything is calculated and put into reporting status. Patty Markell will come to you and see where you want to put that 19% that's remaining out of the budget, and also whatever we received in transports, et cetera, throughout the year. So that concludes the payroll report for December of 2021.
So we will make those decisions at the next meeting, is that correct?
That is correct. and then she will put the money where you so choose to place it.
Okay. And, is that all you have as far as the financial report?
Yeah, as you can see, the warrant's over 1,000. There's quite a few of them this month. Christopher Falloon got his I-10 number, so he was able to be paid out. Stuart Pierce also got his I-10. We spent a lot of money on the vehicles this year, and Raritan Dodge was for the brush truck. Flow MSP is a new, what we're doing with that is it's a new pre-planning tool for us to utilize and to better our pre-incident planning for the gas stations and other commercial businesses here in Point Roberts. The ProFire emergency equipment, that's a total at this point. I think there might be money that we have to spend in 2022 for engine 58, which is still in the shop at this point. But ProFire emergency equipment, all three, again, at this point, all three were combined to equal the $4,538.82. And that was for engine 5802, engine 5803, and also engine 58 to a degree. But every year you see this at this time for our budgetary process, because we have to send our rigs in to get pump tested at ProFire every single year as a Washington State Rating Bureau requirement. So, and they pump pack and they make sure our pumps are functioning at their top tier in order to meet pump specifications, which are 1,500 GPM a minute. So anyway, that's that. But we did spend a lot of money on the apparatus throughout the year, and obviously our apparatus is getting older, and it's going to start requiring more maintenance as well. So that's where we're at. Any questions I can answer for the commissioners?
I just want to advise that the Mini is back and the big engine's gone for its pump test, and you should have it back tomorrow.
Okay,
And
good.
and the bill that came for engine 58 is the total.
Okay, so hopefully that'll be all that we have to spend on the engines, obviously this year in 2021. But again, the fleet's getting older, so there's some things that are breaking more frequently and obviously wearing down. So we'll keep the engines and other ambulances the best we can for the public.
Good. Thank you. Any correspondence?
The correspondence that I've been receiving is just concerning the COVID testing still. People are still questioning when we're testing. In my chief's report, I'll give an update on that. And then also about the COVID vaccinations that are coming up.
Okay. So the next thing is your report, so.
Yes. And I emailed this to the commissioners earlier and to also Pat Grubb earlier as well. So this is the fire chief's report for December of 2021 for the month of November. Point of information, COVID testing Sunday and Wednesday is 9 to 11 still. We're looking at possibly decreasing the hours due to new rules at the border. Changes if made will be published to the APB and social networking sites such as Pause, Nextdoor, and Point Interface for the public. The second point of information is we'll be bringing on 2 new members and starting a new recruitment process in January of 2022. Right now, we're looking at potential losing of 5 members that are currently, maybe more, depending on the testing. Vancouver is running into financial issues with their fire department, and we have 3 slated. We have 3 slated to go to Vancouver, but they may be furloughed at this point. We just don't know. I think we have, if Chief Shields can correct me, I think we have 2 that are going to get hired by Burnaby. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, and if the 3 get furloughed from Vancouver, then we'll maintain them for a period of time. But Vancouver's having some pretty big difficulty right now with finances in the fire department, and they have a $1.7 billion budget, I believe, in Vancouver. And the fire department was looking for an additional $650,000, I believe, to hire 5 new firefighters. They aren't going to give them that, as far as I understand. But things could change in negotiations as they progress. Apparatus, engine 58 was still, at the writing of this report, engine 58 was still in for maintenance. Everything else was looking good. We put the Wildland skid that's in brush 58. We put that over in the water district. Dan was very nice to give us a space back in a corner. So that unit doesn't freeze over the winter, just sitting outside in the truck. We have 45 members, 30 Canadian, 10 Point Roberts, 5 county. We dropped a paramedic. That was Matt Erickson. And we have 11 EMTs, 5 advanced EMTs, 2 ambassadors, and 36 firefighters amongst that group. Volunteer hours for the month of November of 2021 were 2,100. Volunteer payroll, if all volunteers were getting paid, was $11,230. Combined chief hours, I worked 221.5. When I added up the hours, I couldn't believe I worked that much last month. Assistant Chief Shields worked 138, total of 359.5 hours combined between the administrative chief staff. We ran 36 calls last month. 13 of those calls were for medical purposes. We had 2 transports to St. Joseph's Hospital, 1 Airlift Northwest transferred to the hospital. We had 8 no transports. We had North Whatcom come up and get 2 of our patients. EMS Cares, we did 10 home visits last month, and we also did 8 public service calls last month. Fire classifications, we had 5. We had 1 power line incident. We had 1 structure fire came out. It was actually a boiler issue that was causing steam in the lower level of the home because of a flooding issue that they were having. So it didn't turn out to be a true reported or a working fire. It was not. And then we had 3 obviously flooding issues in the community that we helped deal with as well. I'd like to take any questions on my chief's report.
Any questions?
No question.
We've been busy.
I'm sorry.
We said we were busy.
Oh, 36 calls. Yeah, that's a pretty good average. We may reach 300 calls this year, even though we've been in a COVID situation. That'll be, 100 less than what we had last year, but or in 2019. But you have to remember, 2019 was a busier year for us, just overall with still traffic coming into the community for a period of time. And so hopefully 2022, we'll be back at that 400 plus call volume mark. That concludes my chief's report.
Thank you. I forgot to do something in the very beginning, and I apologize. I would like to adjust the agenda and have the new business before the executive session, so no one has to stick around while we're away talking. Would that meet with your approval? All right, thank you. So let's, is there any new business to talk about? Nothing? Chief, do you have anything new?
No, I would say that I'm happy. I don't know. I've been gone for a week, so I don't know if the traffic has increased in Point Roberts at all for
Yes.
the businesses, but I hope it has. Yeah,
Yes,
I
it
hope it
has.
has. That the businesses are starting to see a little bit of influx for economic purposes, and people are, enjoying, our neighbors to the north and from other locations being able to come into our community a little bit more freely now with the 72-hour rule. Have any rules changed since I left, or is it still the 72-hour rule?
I have not heard anything. Have you heard anything, Pat?
No, it's all the same so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Although I had a friend leave Point Roberts and ask for clarification on that rule from CBSA. And he said he was going back to Vancouver, and the CBSA officer told him that he could literally go into Tsawwassen for coffee and come back and the clock would start again.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't think the OIC would have anything written into it, not allowing something like that, because that's the way, cross-border insurance works as well, depending on how much time people purchase at a time. So I'm happy to hear that our businesses are starting to get influx and that people, property owners have been able to come in to see their residences that they haven't been able to basically see in 20 months, plus or minus. So that makes me feel good. I heard you guys got a little snow while I was getting burnt from the sun on the sand. Is that correct?
It is.
Don't rub it in.
Yeah, we did. It's gone now, but yes, we did.
So, yeah, I really don't have anything else. I would like to, at some point, we're gonna have to discuss with the team that is doing the COVID testing and things like that. We have to remember that, yes, we're only getting maybe 20 to 30 people at a time now on Sundays and Wednesdays. We could take it down to an hour, obviously, on both of those days because people are used to those days. But we also have to remember that going back down to one day, depending on what day that would be chosen, either Wednesday or Sundays, may be very difficult for those that are still needing testing for surgeries and or doctor's appointments, those types of things. So that still has to be on our thought process that, you know, people aren't just using it to cross the border, but they're also using it to regain some medical screening processes with doctors that still require negative PCRs. Out there. So I will be asking when I get back to have a meeting with the team and we'll make that decision together.
And just a comment, today I asked everyone and no one was getting this for a medical reason. It was all transit across the border.
Okay. We still do have that as well, right? Because people that come up from Seattle, as to my current understanding is that anybody that's not a permanent resident of Point Roberts that wants to transit from the other side still has to have a negative PCR test to come to Point Roberts. And anybody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And they also have to have a negative PCR test to go back home. So if we have a property owner come up from South Side, Blaine side, they would need a test to come and also a test to go. Again, getting down to one day, we would have to publish that change. I would say for a good month, we would need to publish that change before we would do that. So people wouldn't be caught off guard with such a change because we've been doing Sundays and Wednesdays for many, many months now. And people are very used to that. So I look forward to that conversation though, and any input or problems to that solution or solutions to that problem, I should say.
Okay. Any other discussion, new business, anybody? Okay, I'd like to adjourn for, it's 4:16. I would like till 4:30, I think we can probably do it.
And Commissioner, would you like me to call in for that?
Yes, well, you may, if you wish to. Yes, that would be good. We'll go in your office.
Okay, thank you. Chief Shields, if you could open up my office, please.
Oh my God, let them take their sanctimonies.
Okay, thank you. And we'll be back in a few minutes if people would like to hang around.
Is there any action going to be taken?
That's a good question to
Action
ask.
gonna be taken.
I don't think so, but
She's not sure, Pat.
just not sure.
Not sure yet.
Okay.
It's personnel, so I don't.
It's personnel stuff.
So I don't think you need to stick around.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah, great to see you, Pat. And
Not so good
everybody
to
else.
see you in that place.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get it on the video, obviously, but I would love.
No,
to
I took a
see
screenshot.
Oh, okay. Are you? Is that going to make the paper? That might make. people,
Yes, let's
Oh,
put
you
it in the
bet.
paper.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
everyone's been lionizing you for like 2 years now. I think it's time that they didn't lionize you for a bit.
Well, hey, Chief,
Yeah.
does this mean from now on we refer to you as Jefe
No, I
or
don't need
Queso
that.
Grande?
No.
Which one is it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I can
All
stay
right.
the same. It's fine.
Have fun down there.
Thank you so much. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Have a good time.
Take care. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
May, Linda, if you're around, we're going to be coming back in to reconvene.
I'm here, ready when you are.
Okay, one half second here. Okay, I'd like to call that meeting back to order at 4:35 or 4:32, pardon me. And we've had a discussion. Linda did not receive a raise the last time that we gave raises. And we would like to present Linda with the information about what we have been doing. So first of all, we need to have a motion that we increase our salary.
I move that we increase Linda's salary, $2 an hour from $37 to $40 an hour based on her 5-hour a month schedule.
That sounds reasonable.
Okay. All right, it's been moved and seconded that Linda will receive a $2 an hour increase to bring you up to $200 per meeting.
I'm sorry, it's $3.
No, $3 an hour, I'm sorry. $3 an hour, so it brings you up to $200 a meeting. And we've felt that you have been really helping us a great deal, and we wanted you to know that and to show our gratitude for that. So
Indeed.
we have a motion on the floor, and
Seconded.
Second
okay, and so we will approve. It's approved. So Linda will be getting her increase that she deserves. Okay. What do you want me to
Starting
do?
next meeting. Starting the next.
Oh, yes, it starts next meeting. I'm sorry, it doesn't start for this meeting, it's the next meeting. Okay. Any
Thank
other?
Thank you all. That's really very generous of you. I much appreciate it.
Good. We're glad to do it.
Linda, would you do me a favor, because action was taken out of this meeting? Would you contact Pat Grubb and let him know the action that was taken, please?
Yeah,
We weren't sure we were gonna do it, Linda, so now we couldn't make a decision ahead of time.
of course.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out how much you owed us at first, but you
Yeah.
know what?
Is there any other business that needs to come before us? If not,
I make a motion of this meeting.
A second.
so we will close the meeting at 4:35. Thank you all for coming. Thanks, Linda.
Thanks all. Thank you very much. Have a great week.
Thank you, Chief, for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome.